the sunrise. But here's the quote. With each sunrise, we are given a chance for a new beginning. So those of you who like watching the sunrise, just think about that sun rising. It's a chance for a new beginning. So I am going to start with someone that I love to hear speak. So I'm going to call on Rayquel to be our first table topic speaker. And remember, Rayquel, the word of the day is fresh. You have 1 to 2 minutes, and there's 4 categories to choose from. The first category is a new job or new career. Second category is new relationships. The third category is a new home or a new place that you move to in the state, out of state, in the world. And then the fourth category is the new normal. Which category would you like to speak on?
A new place.
A new place. Okay. So Rayquel, tell us about a time when you moved into a new place or went to a new place. What was that like? In a new place, a new beginning, using the word of the day, fresh.
David, thank you. The time that I moved into the place I'm in now, it was a symbol of a fresh start. My children and I, we had been through so much over the years to where at the time I didn't see a new fresh beginning. I didn't see a fresh start. But out of a disagreement, out of a tribulation, God blessed us with this place. Now, it's not Laguna, my dream place, but what I loved about this place, and that sparked a desire and even more of a hope in me, was the balcony. I could look out the balcony during the evening when the sun sets. And because I have the little palm trees on my balcony and the trees in front of us, it looks like if I don't see any other buildings, I can visualize I'm in Laguna. And that gave me so much hope, gave me so much joy. And to this day, I'm still filled with joy and I'm grateful. So that's my fresh start.
Thank you, Rayquel. Thank you. We are inspired by that fresh start that you have. Thank you. Okay, I am going to ask another one of our members, and then I will ask a guest. Scott, would you like to be a table topic speaker?
Sure.
Okay. Scott, out of those 4 categories, new job, new career, new relationship, new home, new normal, what's the question you would like?
New job. Can you say it once again, please?
Okay, so the question in the new job is this. Tell us about the first day on a new job that you had in your career.
The first day that was probably my best new job was when I got moved to the CTO office when I was working at EMC. It was a dream of a lifetime. I had wanted to work there for a long time with all these people that were really, that I could learn a whole lot from. And I just enjoyed everything, that every day was mentally stimulating to go to work. And I could tell from the very first day with the kind of questions I had coming at me and things that I was asked to do, everything was about dreaming up something new, how to make something better, how to solve people's problems, how to make so many programs that we use every day be almost transparent and basically not to notice they were even there until you needed them. And I found that to be very fulfilling. I'm not quite sure what else to say about it, but it was the best job I ever had. It lasted about 6 years and it was wonderful. It was actually at the same place I had been working, but it was a new role that I took on there.
And word of the day?
Oh, and so it was a fresh beginning for me to be able to do that and talk to so many people every day about how to make things better with our products. I loved it.
Very good. Thank you, Scott. You added to that statistic that Moriel talked about of fulfilled jobs. Most people are unfulfilled, but it sounds like you were fulfilled in your job.
That
Thank
one was, yes. Thank you.
I'm going to go down the grid here, and underneath you guys is Todd. Todd, I have a question for you. Out of the 4 categories, which category? New job, new career, new relationships, a new home, or the new normal?
Okay, the new normal.
Okay.
But
So here's the question in that category. It's kind of like Jeopardy a little bit. The new normal question is this. Tell us about a new idea in this new normal that can change the world.
The new idea that can change the world, I would say, is if everybody learned to, if we could have our children to travel the world and get experience seeing the world. The average student in the US, the average child growing up has such a limited scope of view of what the world is in our environment. And when they get to see new experiences, go to spend time in another country, spend time with other languages, get to know people, they could have such a broader perspective and such a healthy connection to understand that while people are different in the world, people are also have so much in common, and there's so much good to be found from people everywhere, and so much to learn from others, and with new experiences and new beginnings. That would be my new normal.
And the word of the day?
Our children and young adults could get such a fresh perspective on life and apply it to the rest of their lives.
Todd,
Thank
very
you.
good. I agree with you. Travel is one of the best educators. And it doesn't always have to be outside of the country. It could be, in our own communities, different places. So thank you, Todd, for that. Appreciate it. Next, I would like to call on one of our guests. And this is an opportunity for you to speak, tell a little 1 to 2 minute story. And I would like for Natalie and her cat, if she would like to participate. Natalie, would you like to participate?
Sure.
Okay. So Natalie, it will be a 1 to 2 minute speech with using the word of the day, fresh. And out of those 4 categories, I will choose a question. Would you like me to repeat the categories, or is there one that jumped out to you?
No, I think I'll give a stab at the new norm.
Okay, very good. So Natalie, the question to you is this. Tell us about what the new normal looks like for you.
I don't know yet. I haven't come up with a plan, but at the same time, it's an incredible opportunity coming out of this crisis. And I think all of us can come together and really create something, some good can come out of it. It's a new beginning, a fresh start for all. I really think that we can improve on the environment, how individuals communicate with one another. The saying, it takes a village to help one another, and I really truly believe in that. So there's a lot of improvements that can be made, and it starts at a small level, the village level, and it can go much further than that. So I don't know yet. It's daunting, but at the same time, it's exciting. And so I'm looking forward to coming up with something. I don't have a plan yet, but ideas are bubbling, and I think it's all good.
Very good. Thank you. It is daunting and yet exciting. And I couldn't agree with you more. It does take a village, but the same time, a village starts with one person, right? And we can all do something about that. Thank you. And yeah, way to work the word of the day as well, fresh. Mr. Toastmaster, I have a few minutes. According to the agenda, I can go until 7:15. Is that correct?
Let me unmute myself. That is correct.
Okay, very good. I am going to ask one of our other guests. I know this gentleman would love to speak. So David Richards, if you unmute yourself, would you like to participate in Table Topics tonight?
Indubitably.
Yes, very good. Out of the 4 categories, which category would you like to speak from?
One of many that I'm so passionate about, the new reality.
Okay, the new reality, the new normal.
The new normal.
Okay, David, 1 to 2 minutes, use the word of the day. And the question is this: tell us about something that has ended in your life that opened the door for something new.
Thank you much for the opportunity. I'm gonna give you an extraordinary fresh content for you guys, and I hope that will refresh and fresh your knowledge. One of the things that I couldn't come up to is that if you didn't come up with a new skill after this pandemic, it's because you didn't have time. It's because you didn't have discipline. And because of that, those words that resonate with me so much, I came across with the idea how my family is going to remember me in the next 50 years from now after this pandemic is over. Are they going to remember me that I did something for my family? I did something for my grandchildren. I'm not married, but eventually when I get married, when I have a spouse or something, we're gonna work together and find solutions to overcome any crisis. So in the next 75 years from now, our grandchildren will say, wow, David Richards and my mom definitely did something for us. I don't want my family to remember me in the next 75 years and saying, no, David didn't do anything about it. David was a failure. Because of David's decisions on the pandemic, now we are broke. Because just like Grant Cardone on his book 10X says, wealth is the product of man's capacity to think. And Robert Kiyosaki on his Business of the 21st Century also says that if you're constrained to building something, you have to actually be aware of what you're spending the most time with. So for me, connecting with you guys is nurturing my mind to provide options and solutions that will eventually create a new reality starting today, starting now, for the next 75 years. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Thanks.
Very nice, David. Yes, what a new opportunity for us to write history for future generations. Love that. Thank you. I will have one more, if it's okay, Mr. Toastmaster.
Let's do one more.
I would like our guest, Mary, would you be interested in speaking Table Topics?
Yes, that'd be lovely.
Very good. So out of the 4, there's actually 3 left. The category of a new job or a new career, a new relationship, or a new home or a new place that you've lived. One question out of each one of those categories. Which category do you choose?
I guess I'll choose relationship since no one else did.
Oh, good. These were my favorite questions here. Mary, tell us about your first date.
My first date. Oh, that's great. So, I was 10. I was. And this boy that I had kissed in kindergarten asked me to go horseback riding with him. And where I grew up, we could go on a trail ride. I wasn't a very good rider, but he was. And I remember I went and we got on the horse and we rode through our neighborhood. It's just our neighborhood, but through the trails. And I think that was our first date. That story goes on because then I kissed him in kindergarten. And then he was my first date. And then he was my college boyfriend too for 4 years. But we did, but you know, everything has its season. And I don't think I told my mother it was a date. But in my mind, in my humble little mind, that's what I think. Is that good?
And was there something fresh you want to use?
Fresh. Oh, yes. He was not fresh to me.
That is a boy worth dating into college. Well done. You answered 2 of my questions in that one, because I was going to ask, when was your first kiss? And you just gave that to us as well. Thank you so much. Great job, everyone. What I would like to leave everyone with before we ask for a timer's report is a quote from Albert Einstein. Learn from yesterday, live for today, but hope for tomorrow. Madam Toastmaster, I'm sorry, Madam Timer, can we have a timer's report, please?
There we go. Yes, of course. Rayquel, 1 minute and 9 seconds. Scott, 1 minute and 18 seconds. Todd, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Natalia, 1 minute and 12 seconds. David, 1 minute and 56 seconds. And Mary at 1 minute and 20 seconds. Everyone qualified.
Ooh, everyone qualified on a timer's report. Now, Ramarian, please, did everyone use the word of the day?
Everyone used the word of the day.
Perfect. Everyone, thank you, Madam Grammarian. Everyone qualified, please send your votes now privately to Scott up there, Mr. Vote Counter. Send your votes to Scott. Yes, table topics. And now back to you, Mr.